folks, allow me to introduce Rui Pereira. Uh, it is a Portuguese name, but he is multi-dimensional person. He's a C-suite IT executive, 42 years of experience in emerging markets and implementation of strategic project and business rollouts across Africa, Middle East, and Asia. Small feat, not. It's big. And 36 of those years are spent at the board level. So he achieves business plan objectives and strategies, ICT, telecommunications, to leisure, casino, petrochemical industries in developing countries. He's a turnaround agent, so he's the man that gets it done. Businesses located in third world countries with difficult trading conditions. That can't be possible. Everybody's in harmony. Never. Uh, so he complements the normal business activities. So he overcomes the obstacles, which is handy. Geographies required for a business which marries local know-how with global trends, and that's really important. So if you need to do business in Africa, he's the man. And he's been an executive director for a multinational pharmaceutical company. Again, Africa, Middle East, Asia. Regional turnover was at 5.4 billion. For a chunk of coin. He's married to Karin, a medical professional, and they have two kids, son age 32 and a daughter 28, both who are in the entrepreneurial spirit in their respective vocations. Monsieur Pereira runs Synergetic Interpretations, Proprietary Limited, a business consultancy established in May 2017 and specializes in business plan preparation, implementation, and integration. Integration is really important. He's based out of Johannesburg, South Africa, and services clients globally. Sir, over to you.
Thank you, and good afternoon, everybody. I'm just going to share my screen. Okay, and away we go. Should you lose the business plan? Presented by Rui Pereira. I am an accomplished senior executive with a vision and leadership insights to strategically plan, direct, and control company operations to capitalize on emerging business opportunities. A corporate bottom line executive with a proven track record of achieving strategic turnaround and thereby adding value to the company's growth in revenue and stability. I'll now share this prowess in business plan consulting and integration. I target small, medium-sized enterprises and medium-sized corporate businesses plan their way to success, based on the premise that strategy is 10% and execution is 90% of the effort required. Synergetic Interpretations, a business consultancy founded in May 2017, specializing in business plan preparation, implementation, and integration. Based out of Johannesburg, South Africa, servicing clients globally. I have an extensive history of C-suite leadership and contribution, gained as an IT executive or commercial executive across various industries in Africa, Middle East, and Asia. I possess the sought after insights into the commercial business process and technologies needed for success, especially in a post-COVID-19 world. Our mission, making it easy to do business anywhere, enabling people and businesses throughout the world to realize their full potential. We improve our customers' business lives so profoundly they couldn't imagine going back to the old way of doing things. Our vision, client value creation, respect for the individual, stewardship, a passion for client-focused and creative planning solutions. We strive to meet and exceed our clients' specific needs and expectations by having a commitment to the highest standards, building and maintaining long-term relationships. We have a culture of success and pride and diversity. Our value statement. Our core values shape the culture and define the character of our company. We live the core values through individual behaviors, They serve as a foundation in how we act and make decisions. What is the significance of a business plan? A business plan is a comprehensive roadmap for your small business growth and development. It communicates who you are, what you plan to do, and how you plan to do it. It also helps you attract talent and investors. A business plan can be used by an entrepreneur for a variety of objectives. It is primarily used to get funding, but there can be a number of other uses too. I'm now going to play a short video that illustrates this a lot better.
It's important to have a business plan, to know the main elements of it, and to have it laid out properly. There's two primary things or reasons why you have a business plan. One is for you, one is for them. So you need a roadmap, directions to get to where it is that you're going. And I know some of you listening are saying, well, Gene, I've had businesses, I've been successful. I didn't have a roadmap, I didn't have a business plan. It was all up here. Well, guess what? You got lucky. Or you did okay, but you have no idea how much better you could have gone, how much farther you could have gone, how much better you would have done financially, maybe the time, the money, the effort you would have saved. It's kind of like having a map showing you how to get to where you're going. If we know the map, we won't be taking routes that take us off or detours. And if we know how to get there faster, we can accomplish and go farther in the same amount of time. I don't know about you, but having a business plan saves me time, and that's one of the most important pieces. They say it takes 2-3 times as long to plan as we do to do it. That's what a business plan is. Frankly, it doesn't take that long, but you do need to have the main elements. Now, the second reason to have the business plan is for them. Who's the them? A banker, a lender, an investor, a partner, somebody else who's going to be involved with, whether they're lending to you or investing in you or working with you. For that other person who's involved with what you do, they need to know what the goal is, what the vision is, where it is you're headed, so they can decide if they want to stay on your bus or get off and go on somebody else's bus. So those are the two reasons, the main elements. What we call them is the 8 P's. Let me share a few of them with you. The first P is for people. It's all about the people that are involved in the business. What have they done that is in this industry or similar to this industry now? Now, if you're saying, well, Gene, I've never done assisted living before, this is all new for me, I got it. But you've got to surround yourself with other people who have done it before, who are part of your team, so that when somebody else is looking in from the outside, they see you and your experience, even if it doesn't exactly relate to assisted living, but they also see the other people that you've surrounded yourself with, your team. P is for people. The next P is for product. What is it that you do? So you need to describe all of this, by the way, in your business plan, which may be very thick with all the details, but in the front there's going to be what's called an executive summary. The executive summary itself is going to be a few pages, maybe 1, 2, maybe 3, but it's a summary of all of the details, who you are, what the product is, and then from there, the place in the market. Are you the high end? Are you Nordstrom's? Or are you the low end? Are you the dollar store? So I don't want to be the dollar store. I don't want to be down here beating each other up for a penny or two. And I don't want to be at the top where there's only a few customers. I want to be in what we call the sweet spot. But having a business plan gives you a roadmap. Now, again, I know a lot of you have been successful in business without a business plan. But if you understand the reason to have the business plan, and if you commit yourself to it, you absolutely can go farther, faster. You'll save yourself time, effort, and money. And if you're looking for somebody else to invest in, lend to, or be a part of what you're doing, frankly, I, as an angel investor, would never invest in somebody without a business plan. I, as an angel investor, wouldn't do it. I know others don't do it either. Private lenders. I wouldn't lend money to somebody who doesn't have a written plan, who hasn't thought it through, who hasn't figured out what the challenges are, what the situations are that may come up, those things that are working for them, or strengths or weaknesses. And banks are certainly not going to lend to a business or somebody who wants to use money, their money, to create additional money by starting something from scratch brand new. But if you do this properly, have a business plan, you know what to do, they know what to do. It's laid out, you know the path to get there. It'll save you time, effort, and money. Make sure that you've got the executive summary and it lays it all out. If you've ever watched the show Shark Tank, at the very beginning, they lay it out in a formula. They say, hi, my name is Gene. I'm looking for $500,000 for 25% of my business. They kind of lay it out in a very simple way. Here's what I'm looking for. Then they go on to my business. Here's what we do. They go on and explain it for 2 or 3 minutes, and then they stop and they wait until the sharks say, I'm interested, tell me more, or you're nuts and go away. Now, I'll tell you this, raising capital for assisted living, it's the easiest thing I've ever raised capital for, but you need to have a business plan in order to do that. Don't expect anybody to give, lend, or invest in you or be a part of what you're doing financially unless you have a written plan. But if you do and you're clear, succinct, you've surrounded yourself with the right people, you've got a plan, you absolutely can do this. Get it funded and be successful. The final piece, and there's 8 P's altogether that we teach you, but the final P is a exit plan or a plan to exit. Most people really don't think that through. They say, I'm getting in, and there is no exit plan. In a real estate investment, in a business investment, that typically looks like somebody's investing money in, then we're going to refinance into long-term, low-interest rate loans, and you get your money back. So 2 years on the short side, 5 years on the long time, you get your money back and you cash out. So that exit plan is what an investor or a lender is going to want to see very clearly. They also would like to see more than one exit plan in case plan A doesn't work, plan B or C comes into effect. It gives them choices. It gives them comfort to know that they're in the deal, but they're not married to the deal forever. Business plans are important. Whether you do it or pay to have somebody else do it, it should be done for your benefit and for theirs. This is Gene from the Assisted Living Network saying do good and do well. If you like what you see,
Oops, sorry, technical issue there. Okay, why business integration and implementation consulting? Well, quite simply, we've got 7 pillars that we strive to implement. Implementation of a business plan and business continuity plan. COVID taught us that last piece is very important. Business development, sales and marketing, operational management, contract management for suppliers and clients, mergers and acquisitions and divestments, business and financial governance. We are specialists in African, Middle Eastern, and Asian markets, and we're experienced in the USA, Canadian, and UK marketplace. Prove that you're serious about your business. A formal business plan is necessary to show all interested parties, employees, investors, partners, and yourself, that you are committed to building the business. Creating your plan forces you to think through and select strategies that will propel your growth. Establish business milestones. The business plan should clearly lay out the long-term milestones that are most important to the success of your business. To paraphrase Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad fame, a milestone is something significant enough to come home and tell your spouse about without boring him or her to death. Better understand your competition. Creating a business plan forces you to analyze the competition. All companies have competition in the form of either direct or indirect competitors, and it is critical to understand your company's competitive advantages. If you don't currently have competitive advantages, to figure out what you must do to gain them. Better understand your customer. Why do they buy when they buy? Why don't they when they don't? An in-depth customer analysis is essential to an effective business plan and to a successful business. Understanding your customers will not only allow you to create better products and services for them, but will allow you to more cost-effectively reach them via advertising and promotions. Enunciate previously unstated assumptions. The process of actually writing the business plan helps to bring previously hidden assumptions to the foreground. By writing them down and assessing them, you can test them and analyze their validity. For example, you might have assumed that local retailers would carry your product in your business plan. You could assess the results of the scenario in which this didn't occur. Assess the feasibility of your venture. How good is this opportunity? The business plan process involves researching your target market as well as the competitive landscape and serves as a feasibility study for the success of your venture. In some cases, the result of your planning will be to table the venture. It might be to go forward with a different venture that you may have a better chance of success. Document your revenue model. How exactly will your business make money? This is a critical question to answer in writing for yourself and your investors. Documenting the revenue model helps to address challenges, assumptions associated with the model. Upon reading your plan, others may suggest additional revenue streams to consider. Determine your financial needs. Does your business need to raise capital? How much? One of the purposes of a business plan is to help you to determine exactly how much capital you need and what you will use it for. This process is essential for raising capital for business and for effectively employing the capital. It will also enable you to plan ahead, particularly if you need to raise additional funding in the future. Attract investors. A formal business plan is the basis for financial proposals. The business plan answers investors' questions such as, is there a need for this product or service? What are the financial projections? What is the company's exit strategy? While investors will generally want to meet you in person before writing you a check, in nearly all cases, they will also thoroughly review your business plan. Reduce the risk of pursuing the wrong opportunity. The process of creating a business plan helps to minimize opportunity costs. Writing the business plan helps you assess the attractiveness of this particular opportunity versus other opportunities, so you make the best decisions. Forces you to research and really know your market. What are the most important trends in your industry? What are the greatest threats to your industry? Is the market growing or shrinking? What is the size of the target market for your product or service? Creating a business plan will help you to gain a wider, deeper, and more enunciated understanding of your marketplace. It will allow you to use this knowledge to make decisions to improve your company's success. Attract employees and a management team. To attract and retain top quality talent, a business plan is necessary. The plan inspires employees and management that the business is sound and that the business is poised to achieve its strategic goals. Importantly, as you grow your company, your employees and not you will do most of the work. Plot your course and focus your efforts. The business plan provides a roadmap from which to operate and to look for direction in times of doubt. Without a business plan, you may shift your short-term strategies constantly without a view to your long-term milestones. You wouldn't go on a long driving trip without a map. Think of your business plan as your map. Attract partners. Partners also want to see a business plan in order to determine whether it is worth partnering with your business. Establishing partnerships often requires time and capital, and companies will be more likely to partner with your venture if they can read a detailed explanation of your company. Position your brand. Creating the business plan helps to define your company's role in the marketplace. This definition allows you to concisely describe the business and position the brand to customers, investors, and partners. With the industry, customer, and competitive insight you gain during the business planning process, you can best determine how to position your brand. Judge the success of your business. A formal business plan allows you to compare actual operational results versus the business plan itself. In this way, it allows you to clearly see whether you have achieved your strategic, financing, and operational goals, and why you have or have not. Reposition your business to deal with changing conditions. For example, during difficult economic times, if your current sales and operational models aren't working, the business plan can be rewritten to define, try, and validate new ideas and strategies. Document your marketing plan. How are you going to reach your customers? How will you retain them? What is your advertising budget? What price will you charge? A well-documented marketing plan is essential to the growth of a business. The marketing strategies and tactics you will use will evolve each year, so revisiting your marketing plan at least annually is critical. Understand and forecast your company's staffing needs. After completing your business plan, you will not be surprised when you suddenly find you're short-staffed. Rather, your business plan provides a roadmap for your staffing needs and thus helps to ensure smoother expansion. Importantly, your plan can not only help you understand your staffing needs, but ensure your timing is right, as it takes time to recruit and train great employees. Uncover new opportunities. Through the process of brainstorming, whiteboarding, and creative interviewing, you will likely see your business in a different light. As a result, you will often come up with new ideas for marketing your product or services and running your business. It's coming up with these ideas and executing on them, which is often the difference between a business that fails or just survives and one that thrives. Our value-add proposition and how we built it. Define the purpose and benefits of having a business plan. Determine the purpose and benefits of having a business plan. Measure potential customer adoption using the gain-pain ratio. And lastly, once the process of defining, evaluating, measuring, and building is complete, together with the business owner, we can build the plans. To recap the common uses of a business plan. They are needed when applying for institutional finance. They're required by investors to validate the business idea, management, intended target market, determine affordability to repay the investment. required when merging two businesses together, preparing to sell an existing business, closing down an existing business, and the unseen benefit, it's COVID-19 resistant. Synergetic Interpretation's credo is, if you talk about it, it's a dream. If you envision it, it's possible. But if you schedule it, it's real. My name's Rui Pereira from Synergetic Interpretations Proprietary Limited. Thank you for your attention.